Who else is coming? Was that
Billy might be joining. That cousin right there. Sweet, cool, good to see everyone.
Wi-Fi? Give everyone in the chat right now 30 seconds of motivation. Let's hear it. Off the dome.
Wait, what did he say?
Get 30 seconds of motivation off the dome.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna get my Instagram stream going. So.
Get in your bag. Get some 30 seconds of motivation going.
Dang, the people are waiting.
Oh, is he talking to me?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna choke on this banana right now. I'm gonna fucking throat this banana. I'll tell you that.
Stop. All right, cool, sweet. Let's get it. What's up? Cool. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna get the Instagram stream going too.
What's popping?
I made a really good video for the SellerAmp channel today. Like a really good 15-minute sourcing challenge, reverse sourcing only.
That's sick.
What up, Elijah? How we doing, Elijah? What up, Taven? Yes, hit Garrett's DMs. Hit Garrett's DMs on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram or Twitter, all Amazon. Taven, we can talk. Y'all on fire this Q4. What? No one left behind, Elijah.
No one left behind.
No one
left behind. Seriously.
Hello, would you recommend a good prep center for Amazon? Yeah, ask around. That's the benefit of being in a network, being in a group. Throw out a tweet, and you'll probably get 6 or 7 recommendations, and I would call all of them, filter through them, and see which one you like the best.
Yeah, so that too, and then our friend Chris Grand, clearoftheshelf.com has a good list on his website too, which is a great place to start too. What up? Broke 1K first 1K day on Monday, almost hitting third day in a row. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. So see if you can replan those leads, right? And then see what else you can find from there too, right? Horizontally scaling and finding more leads there. Do you do wholesale? I do not, but I'm actually getting started with some of that this week, I think. Bro said show feet. Private label or retail arbitrage? Online arbitrage, although all 3 of those models work. What's up, y'all? What up, Michael? You know, VPN that doesn't get detected by sites. Most VPNs won't get detected by sites. Surfshark's a good one. I know NordVPN some people use too.
CyberGhost is another one.
Yeah, that's the one you use, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Before we up, yeah, Jules. Wait, he had a question today. I forget what it was. Oh, yeah, use Frontier. Use Walmart.
Bro,
use Walmart.
What model you use? Online arbitrage. I was weak. Warner and I were streaming yesterday, and Jules was like, Warner, I haven't seen you in a minute. And he was like, Jules, every time I'm on live, you said I haven't seen you in a minute. Like, and he's like, I was streaming 2 days ago. You have a course for OA? Yeah, man. If there's only one OA seller, is it okay to pick it? It depends what the brand is. And if all the products in that brand only have one seller, then probably not. So Chris, both of those work, dude. I personally just buy from big retailers, but all 3 of those work.
How do you track your expenses and profits? So it's a combination of Sellerboard and QuickBooks. Sellerboard for Amazon related stuff and QuickBooks for everything else. If you're just using Sellerboard, you want to make sure you're accounting for like the prep center fees, softwares. You want to make sure that number is all inclusive.
How long did it take you to start making serious money when you started? Like 10K a month profit? Like 6 months, but that 6 months was like the equivalent, like 2 or 3 years of effort for most people with how hard we took action. So technically it was like 6 months, but the amount of effort we put in was probably substantially more than a lot of people do in like their first like 18 months or 2 years.
So way to search by seller in SellerAmp neighbor buys a shitload of Amazon and I want to stock this.
Talk to him, dude. Talk to him. Yeah,
talk to him and just use keep a product finder. You can enter in the seller name and or the ID and it'll do the same thing.
Oh, that's smart though. What bro's thinking, what bro is thinking is trying to see what they're buying for ideas of products to sell. I think, yeah. Okay, define how. Okay, this is a good one. Define how hard we took action, please. Yeah, so basically, Garrett and I have FaceTimed pretty much every day for almost 3 years, and the first like 6 months of that was like we would get on Zoom almost every day and source products. We would sell a lot of the same products ourselves. We would talk through them all the time. We would monitor restocks. So basically, like we talked to more like just to each other, right? More than most people talk to Amazon sellers literally for like the duration that they do the business, even if it's multiple years. Should I use my Kohl's Cash to buy inventory? Yes. There's really no other way to do it. Oh, I guess you could buy personal stuff too, which would work as well. Trying to find a seller group in Central Indiana. Will, you were incredibly lucky. Indiana's on the come up. Indiana's in the power rankings of the best states per capita for Amazon sellers. So talk to my boy 0 Day Handle Time on Twitter.
That boy's the godfather of Indiana sellers.
How do you have time to source between going live so much? So I actually do a lot of coaching calls with students, and I source a ton on those. So I obviously just get a bunch from that.
And it's just, so, I mean, we have years and years worth of data, right? Some of the best product leads are from stuff you've sold in past months and years, right? So your entire catalog is, and you have all the data in front of you, your entire catalog is an ever-growing resource of different things you can sell, especially nowadays. Most of the products that you may have sold 4, 5, 6 months ago that maybe weren't product profitable 3 months ago have probably rebounded by this point.
Bro said, I wasn't mentally ready for all these sales in Q4 and all the FBM orders. Bro, you got to hold on. You got to hold on. You got to fight. You got to stay in there, right? Keep going. Keep squeezing that back. You're learning what you're capable of. You're learning that making money doesn't have to be hard if you're working, if you're doing your thing every day. Okay, with here we go. With OA, every product I scan says I need to prove it a listed product. Is it hard to find items that don't require approval? Nope. So Karen, you can check out on YouTube the auto ungate list of products we have, which that's going to get you auto ungated in 100+ brands today. Those of you guys watching on YouTube, that's in the description right there. But then ungating is easy as well, just using invoices. So I'd recommend watching my YouTube video on that. That'll help you out with that for free as well. Just listed products. Yes, sir. First 3 1K days. Boom. Gotta love it. It is so hard for me to find products to sell. I've been studying and testing many softwares, but it is very difficult. What do you recommend? So just use our tool, SellerAmp, and then Keepa as well. And then do reverse sourcing, right? And then factor in different coupons that different websites have. You got to understand every website has some sort of discount. You just got to find it. Yeah, minimum ROI 30%. Damn, you guys are killing it in the chat tonight. Sorry, we're trying to keep up here. Okay, anyone else notice so many variations splitting from listings? Yeah, bro, I have noticed that. I've been getting a lot of questions about that I haven't lately. Is number 7 good? I think number 7 might have peak and plant, but look at the Keepa charts.
The good thing about splitting variations is that's a fixable thing, right? Amazon wants one listing per product. And so if that ever happens, just take the ASIN that got split, take the parent ASIN, call seller support, and just let them know what happened, right? Because their preference is for one listing to have all sorts of variations. So if for some reason that gets changed, that's an easy fix, and they should be able to take care of that same day for you.
At a temporary standstill while waiting for the disbursement. That's tough, bro. The first time when you don't have the cash flow set up correctly and you're waiting for the disbursements, yeah, that's annoying.
It'll be awkward for the first couple months because you're growing so much.
Yeah.
For the first call, even 6-7 months, you should have consistent cash flow problems because you're getting better at sourcing so quickly because you're continuing to buy more and more. Yeah, that money is just simply not coming back fast enough. And so that's probably going to be the same issue you're having. And don't get me wrong, that's going to be the same issue you have when you're a multi-million-dollar business. Cash flows should always be a concern because you're always finding new product opportunities. Okay,
you guys have helped me prepare so hard for Q4. What do I need to do to prepare for my first Q1? Yeah, man. So it's going to be substantially harder in Q1 than it is. The nice thing is that it's a good reset. You're going to be doing FBA, so it's going to be substantially easier to scale. But it is going to be substantially harder to source in January, which is really, really why it's so important to take advantage of the time right now and really, really dial in, get a lot of proof of concept, test different ASINs and such as well. Should I be using SellerAmp to source products in retail? Yeah, man. So if you can use the SellerAmp mobile app and just scan a bunch of products. I have a good retail arbitrage YouTube video on that stuff. I've noticed, yeah. Same stat. My Twitter videos are paying off. People are DMing me and not just scammers either. Absolutely. Why would it be harder to source in Q1? Because demand's a lot lower and the sales are a lot worse, right? So not only are prices lower, sale prices lower, right? But there's less sales from retailers, right? Because consumers aren't buying as much and demand is down too.
That's why it's important not to get complacent, right? Sourcing is super, super easy nowadays. And so it's easy to be like, I spent a bunch of money today, I'm done. Keep sourcing, keep finding opportunities. Maybe look for Valentine's Day products. Maybe look for Easter products. Get ahead of the curve. Look for things that pick up in January and February, maybe fitness stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be opportunity, maybe not now, but in the next coming months. And you can always be sourcing proactively as opposed to reactively, right? It's very, very easy now, but just the business in general. So it's easy to get complacent with all the success, but keep looking forward. And so your February should be better than your November and December, right? Just because you're naturally growing so fast.
I always thought prices were more discounted after Christmas. I mean, potentially, but the problem is a lot of the people that are selling stuff in January bought it super cheap during Black Friday because they're lazy and didn't FBM it. So they paid really, really low. Paid stuff 1st January. Yes, sir. Found a couple ASINs which looked like perfect keepagraphs, but end up tanking hardcore. So really the only reason something tanks is if it's really, really easy to find. So you got to consider that item was too easy to find, and you need to find items that are harder to find, and that's going to lead to a lot less competition.
Right, like that, the Nike sale that is the email sent to 10,000 people, 1,000 Amazon sellers, right? The product that's on the very top line of the sale page. Those are the products that the moat is so low. And so in order to buy those sorts of things, your room for error has to be so huge, right? So it's not going to be the same 13, 14, 15% margin. That product should be like 30% margin, right? Because keeping in mind, there's going to be a lot of exposure. And so you have a lot of room for error. So you're not losing money.
When starting out, would you recommend using saved cash or credit? Oh, definitely cash, man, for sure, right? You want to reduce risk as much as possible and get proof of concept. What is a decent average quantity sold per ASIN per day? It depends. I mean, which ASIN that is, but like if you're selling like, let's call it 20 a month of something, I say that's pretty decent, right? Because you can build a good business off of that. And your best items, you're going to do like, your best items, you're going to do hundreds of a month eventually. Yeah, bro. Jonathan, 100K so far for December. That's absolutely gangster. That guy had never sold a product on Amazon June 1st.
FBM better than Fortnite for sure.
Facts.
Prodigy would disagree, though. Prodigy would disagree.
We can still learn to source well, correct? Of course, Eva. Yeah, you got to have some self-confidence for sure.
And again, I feel like we're saying this every single stream now, but take notes, right? Even if you don't have any more capital, even if you're tied up with money, even if whatever the case may be, you can always be growing your business, right? The more notes and the more stuff you learn this Q4, the better position you will be in next Q4. So maybe the sorts of products that picked up in demand, the sorts of sales that happened from different sites. When did those sales happen? What sorts of products were discounted, right? All of these sorts of things you should be documenting and learning. So come next August, September, you can act more proactively. You're more prepared, and you can make that much more money next Q4.
Man, speaking facts. Well, invoice of Costco. Yeah, just do the email confirmation. For a catch-all, are you creating a new email every time you want to utilize a sign-up coupon? No. So the whole point of the catch-all is so you don't have to do that. So if you want a tutorial of how that works, I'd look up on YouTube Namecheap Catch-all. That's Namecheap Catch-all, and you'll be good to go on that. That's a pretty good tip.
After Q1, should we keep pumping FBM or move back? So you'll see the paradigm shift. You'll see the buy box rotation start to shift to more FBA. You'll see the sales start to slow down in terms of what you are producing in your own business. And so that's when that sort of shift happens from FBM to FBA.
If it's a big deal once I upload that. No, you should be good to go. Text now doesn't work for some retailers. You can try Google Voice too, but unfortunately not all of them are going to work like that. What estimated FBM cost do you default in your seller amp? So I definitely don't default to one because each product has a different weight. What I'd recommend is going to howtofbm.com. It's a free Google Doc I made on getting set up with FBM stuff. So I definitely recommend checking out. That's howtofbm.com. Best way to handle returns, resell them. Cool, sweet. Yeah, so like, for example, I'll show you guys right here. If we go to the FBM guide. Let's see. So that's howtofbm.com right here. Oops. Right here, and then we do FBM shipping costs right there. Boom. So screenshot that. That's going to be very, very helpful. Right there. Boom. Boom. Love to see that.
Will sales start going up the next week? I've been holding off with higher prices for my FBM, but sales seem slower now. Everything should be popping, right?
Everything. So, this is the best it's going to be. Yeah, this is the best it's going to be for sure. Now every item's different, right? But yeah, I mean, for the most part. Do you do FBM year-round or usually just Q4? So I didn't even do any FBM this year, right? But that's because I earned the right to not have to, right? Because I did somewhere 14,000 FBM orders in the past 2 Q4s, right? But it makes sense to FBM, definitely Black Friday, definitely Q4, then definitely seasonal as well.
Was the average profit margin? I'll take anything over like 12%. But again, at scale, it's a little different. If you have $2,000 to your business, that should probably be 15 or 20% margin. It's going to be different for everyone. Just because one person's spending capability is greater, that kind of allows you to accept a little bit less just because you have more spending capability, and ultimately that raises the bottom line.
Bro said free game, take notes. Appreciate it, Peter. Peter, do I remember correctly? You have a prep center in Florida now, Peter, for wholesale? DUL cam and scuff. Would you still FDM as used with description or just return? So yeah, I would definitely safety claim the customer to get your buy cost back, and it's up to you what you do from there. I would sell them on eBay though if you're going to though.
David, you're on the right track, but I would, and so this may be biased, but I would cancel that TA subscription and just use Keep a Product Finder and Seller. I think you're just going to find probably a lot more stuff, but you have the right sort of mental framework there.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I would go just Seller and Keep Up. How do I find suppliers for products? You actually don't find suppliers. You find products that already make sense using reverse sourcing and Keep a Product Finder, and then you go ahead and look for those, right? So watch the 2 recent sourcing videos I posted. These would be pretty helpful for you guys. Yep, source methods used. Yep, Keep a Product Finder, reverse sourcing, and manual sourcing occasionally. Manual sourcing is the most profitable one, but also the hardest one.
Well, gift card stores allow you or deliver instantly. So Raise, Card Cash are both going to be 2 that deliver pretty quick.
Yeah, Top Cashback is pretty good. It can take a little longer though, but it really depends though. Do you guys use plugins to track availability or price changes on websites you're sourcing? Not really. However, Distill.io is a good one to use for that. I've kind of always just sourced with the homies. So like there were different links we would monitor and then everyone would ping each other when the restocks happened. Okay, Garrett, let's talk some Keep a Product Finder game. I got some ideas I'll give out. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, so the top of mind ones are tracking changes of sales rank in buy box. So what does that look like, right? So we know that one of the biggest indicators of a future price activity are the current offer count trending. And so one way to do that is if you're looking for products that are going down in offer count with the kind of indication that buy box is going to increase. Maybe you want to look for more stability, right? Maybe you want to look for products that have had sort of the same sales rank over the past 90 days. You can do that as well. Maybe you want to look for products that have increasing buy box. You can do that as well. Maybe you want to look for products that don't have a buy box, that have a suppressed buy box, right? Knowing that a lot of people are going to be skipping over those. You can do that as well, right? Maybe you want to look for products without a sales rank. You turn off the sales rank and looking for products that are still moving, but there's just a glitch in the data. Again, keep in mind that a lot of newer sellers are going to skip over those, right? You can look for bundles specifically to map them back to the individual units, knowing that the TAs of the world, the systems, the softwares are not going to match a 1-pack to a 2-pack, right? So you can turn on variations or bundles and map those back to the single units. All those sorts of things, you can really track trending, which is super powerful with a certain lens, right? So maybe you want to look in a specific category or under a specific brand or multiple brands, right? Maybe you want to look for a Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Puma that are increasing in price point. You can do that as well, right? Something that's specific to nowadays, maybe you want to just focus on FBM buy boxes that you can probably acquire now, list FBM and join that market pretty quickly, right? And so sort of ignore the FBA buy boxes. You can do that as well. And so that's enough to get you going for the next couple of months, those sort of Keep a Product Finder searches to begin with.
So the Towels are winning the FBM Cup, but I think Team 20K Profit is winning. But the Towels tapped in. I think they tapped in Steven and Max to their team. So it's I'm sure the gap is closing. Trench warfare out here. Yeah, right. You buy, you FBM, you toss the picture up on Twitter, right? Then you replenish, right? And you tag everyone. Okay, so Garrett does wholesale. I don't. Shout out Garrett. Last love right there. 25 days. Yeah, check out Garrett's Twitter for that.
Yeah, it's been popping off. A lot of you guys have been loving it, so that's good stuff.
When looking at buy box stats on Keepa, what are some things that you were looking for within the buyers to ensure you would get a piece of the buy box as well? So what I'm looking at for that is pretty much as long as it's like going to a bunch of people, you'll be good to go. Like I never even doubt not getting it as long as the oscillation on the Keepa chart is showing that other people are getting it.
Yeah, just a slight, and this is more like mapped products, right? More so like like wholesale stuff. But in terms of something that's mapped where you don't have that sort of price competitiveness, the price advantage, something where there's 20 competitive sellers and maybe 5 or 6 in the buy box rotation, that should be a red flag. Again, not so much with OA and wholesale, general wholesale, just because you have that sort of price competitiveness where if you're the lowest price, you're going to get the buy box. But if it's mapped specifically, that should be something that's concerning.
I'm new. How do you handle toy compliance in online and retail arbitrage? Yeah, so I kind of just let someone else deal with that, honestly, man. I had like 20 of those at a time on one of my accounts and ended up, or on my account at one time. Didn't know end up happening. How would you handle suppressed buy box? Suppressed buy boxes are wealth, man. Just sell on them the same way you would sell on anything else. A lot of people are scared of those listings, but there's a ton of good opportunity with that stuff.
I consider it just a moat, right? If you know how to, so it doesn't necessarily change much, right? It's not going to change velocity a ton. It's not really going to change a lot of things, but for whatever, a lot of people avoid those. And so that's just one bit of complexity, similar to sort of no sales rank listings, similar to variation listings. You can use that complexity to your advantage if you kind of understand how to interpret it.
Are Nike products allowed to be sold on Amazon? Absolutely. And all you had to do, Manuel, was watch one of my YouTube videos and you would have seen that was the case, or just searched on Amazon and seen if there's other people selling Nike listings, which there absolutely are. Right there. You guys are killing it with the questions tonight too. I appreciate all the love in the chat. How to ungate baby products. Watch my ungated tutorial. Although that's probably honestly probably an auto ungate if I had to guess. Cool. Okay, Garrett, prediction on the soccer game tonight.
4-2 good guys.
4-2 good. But we lost last week, right?
We got smoked. I think it was like 5-1. I had the only goal. 5-1, 5 something like that. I think it was 5-1.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to see when Cash is playing. I don't know when he's playing tonight.
All right. Why would you say FBM would not work in December? No, it works in December better than it does any other time of the year. The reason why it wouldn't work as well in other months is because there's a lot more FBA competition because demand is lower in other months, right, compared to December. And the prime warehouses aren't as backed up, so they check in procs a lot quicker. There's a ton of back-ordered FBA stuff right now, and that's why FBM is pumping so heavy. Philo Flippers, what's the trailing 30-day? You guys been killing it. I've been seeing you killing it on the gram. Still trying to get ungated to sell Corey's bundles. Let's give answer. Lambo, when are you guys increasing your prices or anticipating lower price dudes to sell it? If you're asking that question, you probably shouldn't be worried about that, man. You should probably just be selling through to get proof concept. Look at how disgustingly pale Garrett is, right? Willingly living in Pennsylvania. Get him out of here.
Trying to get ungated to sell Corey's bundles.
That was a fire comment. Seller board.
Tweet that and tag him.
Okay, here we go. What if a seller has a ton of inventory? Why doesn't that seller scare you, especially if they're FBA and have the buy box? Because if the Keep a chart looks good, we know that other people are making money. That's a fact. If the Keep a chart looks good, we know other people are making money on that.
Deeper inventory levels doesn't really make them get more buy box, right? It's not as much of an impact as you would think, I don't think.
Here we go. In mid-October, I was asking you on gating questions, and now my 30-day trailing total is 50K. Let's go. I will exist on the internet after I unbury myself. But the key here is if you take the 13 seconds it takes to take a picture of that stuff and tag us, you will gain a ton of digital leverage fast, and you'll be further along than if you start a month from now. But yeah, you're killing it regardless. Great work. You see someone like that, you don't even need to, honestly. Honestly, you don't even really need to. If you made that fast progress, you're going to be fine doing exactly what you're doing right there. But it's definitely not going to hurt that. It's definitely going to help. Location of inventory has a big impact. I mean, not really though. And especially if you're asking that question originally, the making sure you're getting the buy box, like you don't have enough context around that either. So like it matters a lot less than you think. How much stock you have per item
makes a big difference.
As a beginner, like 5 to 10 stuff. I found a product that should give 50% profit based on the price of goods compared to Amazon listing, but the net profit is way less. There's Amazon fees and shipping. You use SellerAmp to calculate profits. Yeah. Oh, see, that's a big brain play right there. Yeah.
Take the money to buy more inventory for 5 years and then put it into cash flow. Right?
How do you figure out how to price items? You look at where other people are priced and where the buy box is going.
Yeah. So, I mean, with pricing, you have 2 options. Price where the buy box has been or where it's going. Ideally, those are one and the same. But with seasonal stuff and some Q4 stuff, that buy box is going to go up when the offers are going down and just more opportunity. So you have those 2 options, price where it has been or price where it's going.
That's a fact.
What's a good category to start in? I'm about 2 days into watching your videos and getting started, pumped to see where it goes. So I would start in clothes and apparel, clothes and shoes or whatever it's called, because There's a lot of fast moving stuff. There's not necessarily any gating issues or
No wholesale. Yeah, no.
no,
Wholesale.
not really many IP issues. So there's not as much complexity. And there's a lot of variations, which is a good thing, right? One size of one shoe leads you to probably 3, 4, 5 other sizes, right? One color of a t-shirt probably leads you to 2 or 3 other sizes or colors of that shirt. And so you'll be able to expand your catalog pretty quickly. And also by experimenting with a lot of different ASINs and keeping your risk very small.
Super smart. Yeah. And so if any of you guys are like completely brand new beginners, what I would really recommend is going through the free course that I have on YouTube. It'll take you up to speed with all this stuff. If you search Phil Smiles free course, it'll be the first thing that pops up. It's got like 10,000 views. That's really good. It's an hour and 20 minutes. You can watch that tonight. It's going to give you a full walkthrough on how all this stuff works. And I think it'll be pretty helpful for you guys.
No, Haven, don't put in the extra time to price individual to the product.
Yep.
Because reason being, and it's super important that you understand this, every product is not going to be made equal. There's going to be some products that you expect a 45% ROI, not a 30. And so you won't want to be responsible for driving that market down. Some products are just going to be naturally lower than others. Some are going to be higher. And so set the minimum and maximum pertinent to that particular market, right? Because if you set your minimum in a product that's generally supposed to warrant 55% margin or ROI, something like that, then if someone else is doing the same, it's going to go down real quick.
Yep, absolutely true.
Drowning in FBM orders, this Q4 stuff is no joke.
Yeah, prepping. You can learn to prep inventory just on YouTube, man. Another quick question. What's the common reason for people driving down prices? Typically just low IQ. Damn, you guys love the thread I posted today. Do you read prices just throughout the day or just once a day? No, all the time, bro. So yeah, watch. I have a BQL tutorial. There's also an affiliate link in the description if anyone wants to sign up for a repricer. Bro said free course, sell Xbox, avoid seed oils, print the wealth. See, that's a high IQ take right there if I ever saw him. Should I use USPS or UPS? Whatever's cheapest, man. Whatever's cheapest. And lay off the I'm very worried about you if your profile picture is a $12 beer at a Diamondbacks game or Angels game.
Yeah, low key.
Chirp idiots, bro. That's an interesting take there. Shipping sometimes kills your ROI. Yeah, you should be factoring shipping in though, just using Salarium so you don't have to worry about it. And shipping bulk to Amazon is incredibly cheap too.
Working remotely means our jobs pay us to FPM.
Means that's a tweet too if I ever saw him. Bro, CBH be killing it, man. Some of these dudes in the chat are so fucking funny, but they just they need to be on Twitter too, spitting game.
And we give them most of the tweets, right?
A lot of good banter there. But that's a good tweet. Will you be hosting another seminar? Yeah, sometime in the future, bro. But watch my free course tonight on YouTube, man. What kind of game were y'all spitting in the free course last night? A lot of Keep It Product Finder stuff, actually.
Is it cool to use Walmart boxes from Penn Gear? I don't know what that is. To ship FBM boxes or blank boxes with no markings. Ideally blank ones, but the Walmart boxes would be fine. As long as they're just like the generic ones. You don't want to use like the Walmart boxes that Walmart uses to ship. You just want to use as generic of a box as you can, right? Because we don't want to get stuck with any drop shipping stuff.
Yep. Yeah, just go for that stuff to howtofbm.com is a full breakdown of all that stuff. See, we got 93 guys in here. If anyone's interested in my mentorship program, now's a great time to join that as well. People are killing it with that stuff. There's a link down in the description if you want to apply for that as well. What does your daily workflow look like for starting off with that? Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. Wake up, 8:20 a.m. every day, 8:20 a.m., right? Boom, FaceTime Garrett, right? Now, here's the thing, right? So wake up, FaceTime Garrett, right? Now, the group chat might already be buzzing depending on what's going on, right? We got the 10 a.m. USPS pickup. So you got to fulfill the FBMs between now and then for that, right? So you've done the USPS pickup for the FBMs then, right? Mind you, because this is 3 years ago, everything's FBM friendly, right? I might go to my local Dick's Sporting Goods, do a Chad pickup order, right? I might go to the outlet, buy some stuff, right? But by this time, it might be 1 p.m. Now Jake's up, right? Because Jake lives in California, right? So he's 3 hours behind. Right. So Jake's up by now. Jake is the master. He's the kid who did like 10 million in sales before he turned like 19. Right. So Jake's up by now.
Hit him with the GM for good vibes.
Exactly. Right. So we've already woken up. Right. We already hit the Garrett with the FaceTime. Right. The USPS pickup is already done. It's 10 a.m. Right. Maybe hit the altitude pickup where it's like 1, right?
At this point now, you already have stuff coming in that from
Yes.
OA orders.
Well, no. Here we go, right? We got to get the FBMs ready for the USPS pickup at the 4 p.m. slot, right? And then the day we might go on Instagram Live. We might write a Twitter thread, right? Talk to some of the homies, get on Zoom, etc. And then the night is reserved for the Zoom calls with the inner circle, right? So, you might have Ben Books hopping in there, right? Garrett, eventually Cousin Warner gets involved as we're going by a few minutes and such, right? So it's complete and utter devotion of your human spirit to the mission, right? That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You sleep in until 8. Hey, hold up. I was 22. I just finished school and I had ain't shit to do. I was chasing my Wi-Fi money dreams, right? That was what time I was getting up. No, I get up
I still wake up at 8:30. I am proud of it.
Bruh, that's hilarious. That's a good tweet if I ever saw one too. On making multiple packs, procs, and on multiple. I think that's a great idea, man. I don't have a ton of experience with that stuff, but I think it's a great idea. Do you pay extra for USPS pickups? Nope. USPS pickups are free 99. Free 99.
And it's likely the case that the same guy will be coming every single day. So you want to develop that relationship, right? Give him some water, give him some snacks as he comes, that sort of thing, right? Because your delivery drivers can make your life way, way, way easier. Back when I was doing a lot of FBM and FBA myself, I would have the UPS driver's number, his phone number. So I would shoot him a text when if he already came, I would shoot him a text, but hey, are you local? I have 5 more boxes for you to pick up if you're around. And a lot of times he would, and that made it so much easier.
Okay, now, if you guys really want the sauce, I'll give you the last Q4 schedule, right? So, okay, boom. Wake up, 6:40, right? Drive to the warehouse, right? Get 6 big bags of, bring them back, do the first pickup at 8 o'clock sharp, right? Go back, fulfill FBM orders, right? FaceTime Garrett saying I'm pissed and annoyed, right? Some were pre-packaging, some were filling in the stuff that's sold overnight, right? We're printing labels, right? 1 SKU at a time, hundreds of each SKU at a time, right? Boom. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a coffee, right? After that, you drop off 6 bags of FBMs at USPS, right? Now we're good with that, right?
Now it's probably about the time where he calls me like, Garrett, you coming to the warehouse today?
Yes, but at this point, right, I've already caught up with Cousin Wi-Fi. I've already seen what's good with beef flips, right? Jimmy already hit me with the.
Well, this last Q4, Billy wasn't in the fold yet. This is his coming out party was Miami, which was in February.
Facts. Yeah. Oh no, because we already had Braun, Jim Body, and that was before. You're wilding.
Oh, so
we're fully developed right here. I got group chats popping off left, right, center, right? Now you guys got to remember, right? We've already done 2 drop-offs at USPS, right? UPS is coming at 4, right? So I got to get the Stanleys and the shoe orders ready, right? So do that, and then bang, one last drop-off each day at USPS, and they're pissed, right? Because it's like 4:30, but I got to get the stuff out, right? And then we got probably 8 o'clock coaching call right there, and then maybe a coaching call at 1, depending on what I had going on too.
Yeah, Billy's coming out party was 2 years ago now.
No. Well, we met him 2 years ago, February.
Yes, right? Yep.
So like we became cool, I'd say probably in like August or so. Because he showed love on this one backpack item. Like love. We made a bag off it. Just use the order receipt. Hey, is it good to start this business model? It's good to start any business model as long as you put in time and make it work.
Really anything that you commit to for years, it'll work, right? If you can hold your breath enough, if you have enough persistence and patience, you'll make anything work.
Cool. Sweet. All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Actually, so you can use whatever branded box for FBA you want, right? You recycle as much as you can. The Kohl's boxes, the Dick's boxes, the Walmart boxes, anything that comes in that you can recycle, definitely use them. It's just FBM. Anything that goes to the customer has to be branded specifically.
Yep. Cool. Sweet. All right. Everyone have a great night. If you want the full walkthrough on this stuff in video form, search Phillips for Miles free course. If you want the full walkthrough in written form, go to intro2amazon.com. That's intro2amazon.com. It's a good full free walkthrough on how to do this stuff. Follow Garrett on socials. We love you guys. Have a great day.